Hello, my name is Tim. I'm in Nice in the south of France on a week's holiday. I hope you enjoy exploring the city with me. We've arrived at our apartment in the centre of Nice. It's very easy to get from the airport. There's a good bus service and there's also the tram that brings you right into the centre of Nice. Or you can jump in one of the taxis that are waiting outside of the airport terminal. I'm in Place de Messina, which is one of the main landmark squares in the town. It's a good base, it's the start of the main shopping street and also borders onto the old town of Nice. Famous Galeries Lafayette is a big department store on Place de Messina. One of the highlights of being in Nice is the Promenade des Anglais. It stretches all along the seafront in Nice all the way up to the airport, and it's usually buzzing with people sunbathing, strolling, cycling. It's full of activity and a lovely way to spend a couple of hours. The grande dame of hotels on the Promenade des Anglais is the Negresco with its well-known pink dome. There are other impressive hotels on the promenade if you want to enjoy a sea view. Nice is extremely popular, and throughout the day there are regular flights bringing visitors to the region. The blue chairs are another well-known feature of the promenade where you can sit and look out to sea. Just off the promenade, you will find the Avenue de Verdun, where you will find all the high-end designer boutiques.
Greta Fregat, adjointe aux affaires générales.
Soleil is the area in the old town Nice where you will find different markets during the day and also where people come for all the bars and restaurants in the evenings. Throughout the week, the market is a colourful and bustling place to visit. Different things are being sold on different days. There's a huge selection of flowers, fruit and vegetables, olives, meats and cheeses, lavender products, and also a good selection of herbs and spices. I've been walking around the market for a couple of hours in the sunshine and it's absolutely boiling. It's about 25 degrees, which is fantastic for the end of March, so we've just come in to get some shade. As the sun starts to set, Nice gets ready for the evening ahead. Nice is wonderful during the day, but there's also lots of fun to be had in the evenings with the restaurants and bars and nightlife. After a night out on the town, what better way to start the day than with a coffee and a croissant? Exploring the old town, it's a maze of little side streets and restaurants and shops and bars. Place Rossetti is one of the loveliest squares in the old town because of the beautiful church, but it's also famous for its delicious ice cream. There are some very exotic ice cream flavours on offer, so try something different and experiment with a new taste. The Old Town is of course not just for tourists. There is a real community of people working and living in the maze of side streets. There are some lovely cafes and restaurants and some great spots to sit in the sunshine, enjoy some food and people watching. For a lot of Nice's history, it actually belonged to Italy, and you can certainly notice the Italian influence in the architecture and a lot of the food. We were lucky enough to enjoy some really great pizza. At night, there are brightly coloured statues overlooking the Place de Messina. Bonsoir! A new day and another market. This time it's the antique market in the Cours Saleya. Some of the stallholders were wonderful characters. It's not a bad way to spend a morning in the sunshine pottering around the stalls in the market. The market is absolutely huge. Just when you think you've finished, there's a whole other section to have a look at. When you're tired of walking around the market, you can sit in one of the many cafes and have some food and a drink and watch the street entertainment. Back on the Promenade des Anglais, it's another beautiful day overlooking the Côte d'Azur. Walking up the hill, you'll see an impressive view overlooking the bay. If you walk to the end of the Promenade des Anglais and you go around the headland, you come to the port area of Nice, where you can have a stroll along the harbour side and have a look at the yachts. There's an impressive war memorial carved into the rock face as you walk into the port area. Certainly get a glimpse of how the other half live, with some impressive yachts moored in the harbour. The port is a bright and vibrant area with its coloured buildings in yellow, pink and terracotta. They've recently put in a new tram line which goes all the way from the port to the centre of Nice and onto the airport. As you stroll back to Nice Old Town, you come to another grand square. This time it's Place Garibaldi. The region is of course famous for its lavender, and whilst we were there we saw lots of products for sale, including soaps and perfumes. Today we're doing our favourite day trip from Nice to Boulieu-sur-Mer, and then we walk to Villefranche and stop for lunch, and then we get the train back to Nice. So hopefully we'll have a lovely day. Nice station is a great hub for rail travel all over France and further afield. It's always quite exciting getting the double-decker trains, and you get a really good view from the top deck. You get a great view of the beach at Villefranche as the train travels by. So we've arrived in Boulieu-sur-Mer. It's only about 20 minutes on the train from Nice. It's a lovely town, fantastic backdrop with the mountains behind. Nice just to have a coffee and a stroll around the streets. The town itself has a smart and glamorous feel to it with some impressive properties. As you walk back down the hill, you come to the waterfront and a large marina. It's Very quiet Sunday in Boulières-sur-Mer in March, but as you can see, there are no shortage of yachts here for the summer season. As you make your way along the coast, you come to a much smaller marina and a lovely promenade with a very pretty beach. This is my favourite part of Boulières-sur-Mer. If you make your way down to the beach, there's a beautiful park that you can stroll along and sit and watch the sea, but you also get some great views out over Cap Ferrat. As you can see, it was very quiet today, but in the summer the beach would be buzzing. As you walk from Boulières-sur-Mer over to Villefranche, you cut across the top of Cap Ferrat. There are a lot of mansions with very high gates, a lot of money, a lot of wealthy people living in this area. A few minutes walk further along the coast, you come to beautiful Villefranche. Sunday there's a bric-a-brac and a second-hand market right by the water's edge in Villefranche. We met a very friendly local.
Yeah.
As you continue walking along the coast, you come to another stunning beach area. As you can see, the water is very clear. It was quiet whilst we were there because again, it was late March, but in the summer months, this whole beach and coast area would be extremely popular. As you make your way along the beach, you get some great views as you walk into Villefranche. There is a small square with some nice cafes and restaurants where you can stop and have something to eat or maybe a glass of rosé and enjoy the view. All too quickly, it was time to wander back to the station and have a last look at the glorious beach. We've had a great day strolling around the markets of Boulières-sur-Mer and Villefranche. We've had some lunch and now it's time to get the train back to Nice. I hope you've enjoyed the day trip. Another day exploring. As you enter the old town, you are greeted by the stunning architecture of the Opera House. Another impressive building is the Musée Messina. If you've got some money to spend, there are smart beach clubs all the way along the Promenade des Anglais. Well, sadly, our trip to Nice is coming to an end on our last day. It's such a shame to leave all the sunshine and architecture and vibrancy that is Nice behind, but hopefully we will be back again soon. Our week in Nice is over. We're back at the airport and getting ready to fly home. Thank you for watching. Please click subscribe and watch some more of my travels. Thank you. Don't forget to click subscribe and I will see you next time.